Hey guys, and welcome to the House of the Clueless Casuals. This is Danny, and today I'm going to be playing a different visual novel by the name of Sakura's Spirit. I'm sure most of you have probably heard. Oh, every person has a dream they wish to pursue. Well, I can't English today. Okay. Am I clicking? Yet, as people grow up, they often come to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales. At least that's what most people say. Then, what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly lucky? Ooh, I like the music. It's very calming. Every man has a dream he wants to accomplish. I should probably put a trigger warning on this because I can't do voices for shit. I apologise if I butcher everything. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. I'm changing gender for the day as well, guys. Have fun. A real man doesn't give up on his dream, no matter what overwhelming challenges he may have to face. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Used to say? Did he disappear? Did he leave us? Did he run off with a fairy tale? Ever since I was a young child, I have been interested in martial arts. Who explains the ninja music in the opening screen? No stereotypes there. It didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist. It has always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. Well, you could save someone's life with it. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than figments of my imagination, I still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others. My name is that guy Takahiro, a 17-year-old rising judo star, and no, that's not me bragging. Secretly, it's me trying to brag without bragging. I'm actually about to take part in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career on an international level. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country in a sport that I loved, but the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. And while those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window. Oh, it's Koyami. Oi! Taka-kun! Get your bedding gear! Okay, I'll be right there, Koyami. Downstairs we go. No one to keep Koyami waiting. I quickly dashed towards the front door to let her in, not even realising I was still in my pyjamas. Hold on a second, Koyami. Gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school. Really? I never realised our school had a strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies. By the way, did you borrow them from your mum? Burns. For a moment my eyes drifted downwards, noticing that I was indeed wearing my pyjamas. I let out a groan of annoyance and marched back towards my room. There's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West. Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. Mumbling, how would he know that she sleeps naked? Well, mumbling those words, I started stripping out of my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind me. Okay, fair enough. But that only happened once. You know very well it was super hot that night, and jeez, warm before you strip naked in front of me, you idiot. Well, by that slight blushing face, I'm not going to say she's objecting to the idea. You didn't seem to mind it when we were little. Maybe you want me to turn around instead? No, stop. Don't make me kick your ass. Can you reach it? I decided I'd teased her enough and quickly pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted. You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours? It's that upcoming match. I have no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre. There'll never be enough. Oh, right, the judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches, and you kick butt. And, of course, if you're really worried, you could always pray. Pray? Yes, pray to the gods. Well, don't tell me that you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. Apparently, there's some shrine out in the forest that, if you pray to it, brings you good luck. Sounds more like the horror scene where you get kidnapped. Ichikawa... I am so sorry. San said that his sister prayed to it the night before her exam, and she got a perfect score. A shrine is said to bring you good luck. Sounds like bogus to me, but at this point I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I saw Ichikawa-san about the... I'll ask Ichikawa-san about the location. I really can't English today. I am so sorry. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up in a modern-day Tarzan. Well, whatever. If you do go looking, at least send me a message to let me know. And will you hurry up? We are going to be late again. A hero is never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed. Oh, that line. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry. That's a wizard, not a hero, genius. How can one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time? Let's not forget the Casanova and Mind of the Year Canada bits, they're important details. I doubt you qualify for either one of them, Pyjama Boy. Anyway, let us boldly go where everyone has gone before. To school! Ugh, nerd! Several hours later. Did it just take us several hours to get to school? I thought the traffic jams around here were bad. Ellipses. More dots. Someone likes their dots. Oh, locker room. Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Cleome had mentioned earlier. Gym was the last thing on the schedule for today, so once people got ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey, Ichikawa, is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that's said to bring you good luck? Oh, let me guess. You want to date her? Well, even though I do have to admit that she's very attractive. Someone's got a complex going on. I'm afraid she's already going out with someone. Not to mention, you're not her type. I already got my hands full dealing with Cleome. You can keep your sister to yourself. Joke aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I didn't know there was anything near the forest, aside from the dojo. Oh, well, she said something about it being near a river, and quite high up. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention when she said what was going on about it. I mean, she was wearing this top, and it was tight, and... Calm yourself before you drool. Stop. I seriously don't need to hear the details, and I doubt anyone else is interested. So that classes a fourth wall. So, do you know anyone who might have heard about the shrine? Are you guys talking about that lucky shrine out in the forest? The one and only. According to Ishikawa's sister, there's supposed to be one near a river. I don't know anything about that, but there's this fiery girl at the Sakura dojo who knows more about it. Wait, are you talking about Arya-sama? About this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary? How tall is about this tall? I see no measures. That's the one. Oh, in that case, I believe I can still be of help, Takahiro-kun. I know where that place is. Of course you do. We both do. You just want to tag along, don't you? I don't think Arya-senpai will appreciate you visiting her with her usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you what happened last time you tried to peek at her after she finished practice? I don't know if you need reminding, but I could do with some reminding. Blood, sweat, and tears. Shut up, I don't peep on the ladies, that's slander, you know. I should sue you. I would never look upon Arya-sama's glorious body in any state of nudity. Oh, so you haven't seen her naked yet? I've seen a bit of side boob, but the hole I found didn't really let me get a good view of... Oh, praise the side boob. There we go, someone call the cops. Ichikawa the peeping Tom has confessed. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process, and prepared to leave. Thanks for the tip, Ichikawa. I'll let the judge know that you were most helpful during the interrogation. This is unfair. I was coerced. I won't say another word until I speak with my lawyer. Oh. So it's like 4 o'clock now? There were 4 bunks, right? More dots! All the dots! Once school was over, I decided to take my chances with a little bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmate. If memory served me right, Arya-senpai would be practicing at the dojo today. Of course, I knew her. She was a judo student just like myself, but for whatever reason, she's been refusing to compete in any tournament for a while now. I smell a juicy backstory. Arya-senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. Yeah! Ha! Yeah! Karate kick. Heh, follow the shouts and you will find her. I grinned briefly as I saw Arya seemingly in the middle of practicing a series of motions, almost as she were fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps now was a perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. I snuck closer, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached a hand towards her shoulder. Arya. Feeling a hand on her shoulder, Arya reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand and with a loud grunt shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. Ooh, there goes the spine. I didn't have time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes. Yeah, no one sneaks up on the great Arya. Oh, Taka boy, I didn't realize it was you. I'm sorry, are you okay? Gunuchi, more like the Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't have a shred of mercy in it. There's no mercy in the ring, Taka boy. Better you learn that now than in 2 weeks' time. Let me guess. You want to do some sparring, don't you? I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt. Oh, what do you want to ask? We've got all afternoon, and I could do with a bit of a break anyway. Where to start? You used to take part in big and important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring? Oh yeah, this one time, I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboard until my dad found me and dragged me to the car. Of course, that was when I was like 8. Well, obviously I can't go and hide from my match, but one of my friends made the stupid suggestion that I go pray or something. Honestly, at this point I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little. Taka boy, are you sure about this? You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent this country and the sport I love. Ari seemed to think for quite a long time, all the while tapping her jaw with a finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers and grabbed a tight hold of me. Alright, I'll tell you the way to this shrine that I know, but it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and bob of your head. You need to give something to the shrine, something of value. I guess I'll have to think of something before we get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help. We? Oh, no, Taka boy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, you've got to take this step yourself. I can draw you a map and show you an easy way to get back here, but you'll be on your own. You're not tagging along? Not even for a little while? Afraid so, Taka boy. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw that map for you. After Ari's return, quick preparations were made, and I followed the directions noted down on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hint on how to find my way back, in case I got lost, was a bit sketchy. Just look down and you'll be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill. If you know how to get there, then can't you just follow it back? Logic. The forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled along the trees, and nearby was the river Ichikawa's sister had mentioned. I followed Aria's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, I finally arrived at the supposed legendary shrine. Kinda looks like we're back at the dojo. The shrine itself seemed surprisingly well maintained despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could be secretly living here. Perhaps some secret martial arts master? The thought of a hermit living in hiding within the shrine in order to prepare himself for an upcoming battle between good and evil started to dwell in my mind. This is starting to sound like he's read way too much manga. I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed in annoyance at the fact that, aside from the shrine itself, the grounds surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There was no way anyone could be living there. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It took only a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar of sorts at the back of the room. I guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map I had been given. Putting it in my bag, I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think luck will do me much good in a match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. Judo is all about using the knowledge you have gained through training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits, nothing more and nothing less. How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here, surrounded by the very thing he denounces. Where's it coming from? Upon hearing the voice, I looked around, trying to find the source, but there was no one to be seen. Who's there? Ooh, quite the cliche question, but the right thing to ask is, where am I? What are you talking about? Show yourself. Not yet. Entertain me for a little while longer, would you? This is a place like no other. Why did you come here? If you do not believe in such things such as luck, can I do a retake? No, never mind. I came here to prepare myself. Oh, do enlighten me about what this something might be that you are preparing yourself for. I felt a little bit annoyed as the questions continued, but maybe if I kept talking to her, I would be able to find out where Shiel was hiding. Shiel? Shell? Typo. I'm preparing for a tournament, a judo match. Judo? What might that be? Seriously, you don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art. Aha, so you're a warrior, hesitant to go into battle and came here in hope of finding the resolve to fight. I'm not sure about the warrior part. How fortunate. It just so happens that there is a need for one of your kind. My kind? A hero. The shrine brings fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return. Sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds better, though. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clap my hands together in prayer. So, what's next? Do I offer up my allowance or something? As if your allowance would be enough to appease a god. Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of much greater value. I'll be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store for you. As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated the moment the girl's words reached my ears, my head spinning wildly. Slowly I staggered back, collapsing onto my back. As my vision grew blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard. Good luck, hero. You're going to need it. Oh my god, those are some shiny boobs. Very pretty eyes and very pretty hair, but god damn those shiny boobs. Despite my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. And the little she is wearing. Dominatrix maybe? BDSM? Definitely. The sight of horns and a tail left many questions, but before I had a chance to utter even a single word, my consciousness succumbed to darkness. Okay guys, I think that's going to be a pretty good place to leave it off for now. I still have no clue what's going on, no clue where I am, and no clue who I even am. Also, we've discovered today I clearly cannot English. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, then feel free to, give us a like and even leave a comment, and maybe keep your eye out for the next video. So from me, that's going to be all today guys. Bye!